All right, here we go. Today we have Judge Mathis, who went from living a life of crime in Detroit to becoming the state's youngest judge, who gained nationwide fame on the Judge Mathis Show, which aired for 24 seasons and was the first court show featuring an African-American judge to win a Daytime Emmy Award. Judge Mathis, welcome to Vlad TV.
Thank you, brother.
Longtime fan.
Yes, I appreciate it.
Bumping into each other recently, so
yes,
it's only right that we do this.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we have a lot to talk about, but right now the Diddy trial is just about to end. I believe closing arguments are today, and the defense is not calling any witnesses. So possibly by the end of this week, we might have a verdict.
Yeah, I think we will. Well, end of this week? No, I don't think the jury will return by the end of this week.
Maybe next week then.
Yeah, perhaps next.
By the end of next week, we're almost guaranteed
yes.
It's going to be a verdict or a hung jury.
That's correct. That's my belief.
At this point, with, 30-something, witnesses the feds brought. Number one, why do you think that Diddy's calling no witnesses?
Because they believe that the prosecution has not proven its case, and so you don't want to expose any of your witnesses to cross-examination, which might trip your witness up. The prosecutor trips your witness up. Now you have a witness who has lied, and the jury has said, well, I'm not letting them off because this witness they brought was a liar. So instead, you just say, hey, they haven't proven their case. It's clear that they haven't proven their case, so no need to call witnesses. That's how I think they feel.
You being a judge, do you feel there's any reason for Diddy to take the stand?
No, not at all. Zero reason. I was a criminal defense lawyer. I never lost a trial in 4 years, and I don't think I've ever put a witness, my defense witness, or the defendant on the stand. Never.
Never, ever?
Never.
But there are times, I've interviewed people, that, for example, were facing murder charges and so forth. They took the stand and they won. Yeah.
And they were lucky. they're the exception. Yeah. Maybe perhaps an 80-year-old church lady, yeah, I'd put her on there if she was the defendant. But no, it's highly unusual for a good criminal attorney to put his defendant on the stand.
Yeah, the person I'm talking about is Hurricane Chris. He had this big song, "Ay Baby," some years back, and he had a situation where he was at a gas station. He comes back, to his car, and there was a guy that was going through his car, and there was a gun in the car, and he had a gun on him and kept telling him to step away from the car, and the guy kept going towards him, pulled out a gun, killed him, charged with murder in Louisiana. He took the stand. I remember I asked him, I said, did your lawyers tell you not to take the stand? He said, I didn't care what my lawyers said. I felt it was self-defense and I was going to not leave my life in someone else's hands. And I needed to convince the jury that I really was in fear of my life.
Oh no, I knew I was going to talk from day one. It was never a thought in my mind of silencing me. This is my life. I know exactly what happened. My lawyer is a terrific lawyer, and he did an amazing job, Alex Washington, but at the end of the day, I had to get up there and say my part, bro. I couldn't just put everything in their hands like that. I gotta look these people in their eyes because my life is in their hands. I want to talk directly to these people and see if they could see I'm not no lying ass nigga right now. You understand what I'm saying? I'm looking you straight in your face, telling you exactly what happened. I'm not gonna bullshit with you. I'm gonna answer when you ask me a question. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to get up there. You know what I'm saying? And she cross-examined me back. She cross-examined me and it got ugly. So I still didn't regret getting up there, bro. I had to speak my part because I feel like the jury, they feel like, all right, it's 12 of us. Everybody done said what they gotta say. So I feel like the jury looking at it like, if you don't say nothing, then you basically hiding behind your lawyers. An innocent person, it's hard to make them be quiet because you know you ain't did shit.
And he won. He beat it.
Well, he's an exception. Most folks don't.
Really?
Most lawyers advise you not to take the stand because they know that you're going to be cross-examined by lawyers, and you're a layman. And we've been trained on how to either twist your words to make it appear as it's a lie or to pull the lie out of you.
Yeah.
So that's one reason, is because you're going up against a person that has been trained to cross-examine and to bring lies out.